thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep. Before we start this next video, I just want to remind y'all, if you want exclusive content, if you want to hear the new music, if you want to see the new merchandise first, hit us up on Patreon. It's available to our patrons first. I also want to ask y'all to hit us up in the comments section. All constructive criticism is greatly appreciated as we become better as a brand. Shout out to all the trappers. We are back lit. It's D out of Henny, man. I'm right back at y'all with another 7, 7, and 7. I hope y'all is messing with this segment or whatever. I'm trying to do more interviews. You know what I mean? Even though we can't make it to people personally, I'm still trying to bring them to y'all, give y'all the good content. Today we got a real special guest. This one of my favorite new guys in the culture, period. You know what I mean? He been raising a lot of eyebrows without having to step on the URL stage to do so. I got my man A.Ward on the phone. You know what I mean? What's up, A.Ward?
What's good, bro? What's good, man? You gotta introduce me as the guy who should have been the Trapper of the Year.
He definitely was a nominee for Trapper of the Year.
Hey, shout out to Bill Collector for real, man. Shout out to Bill Collector, man.
Yeah. That's fire too. Salute to you for even being aware of our whole movement and all that. We definitely nominated you for Trapper of the Year. Yeah, man. So,
I already know, bro.
So as I was explaining to you before we started the camera, 7, 7, and 7. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna ask you 7 quick questions. You can just give me 1 to 2 word answers. Then I'm gonna ask you 7 more lengthy, detailed, you know what I mean, questions, and you could get as in depth as you want to, and then we gonna take it from there. if that I know that worked for you because 7 is the Lord's number. You know what I mean?
It's the perfect number. I could have done a 6, 6, and 6 one for you, bro. I could have done that.
Hey, listen, I believe in God too, my man. So I wouldn't.
There you go, man.
All right, so check this out. We're gonna get straight into these quick 7 icebreaker questions. A.Ward, Biggie or Tupac?
Biggie.
Who won, Lux or Cal?
Lux.
Who won, Chiller or JC?
Chiller.
Okay. I bet. Who won? What was the first battle that you ever watched?
It probably was Mook and Lux, the first one.
The joint in the store.
Yep.
Okay.
When he was waiting on his watch to get back.
All right, this one I really need to know. I mean, your super honest answer because it's very serious. People need to know. A.Ward, what is the best cereal out there?
Reese's Puffs. That's the best cereal, bro.
Damn, that's a throwback. Okay. Cave Gang or Goonies?
Four Horsemen.
Ooh, this boy quick.
All day.
He quick with it. Okay. And the last icebreaker question, and I know you on your gospel side, but I hope you can answer this one. Reasonable Doubt or Illmatic?
Oh, Illmatic.
Okay. My man.
Yep.
Okay, it's a debate for me, but I'm glad that you could answer that so quickly. All right.
I mean, they are my two favorite rappers of all time, so it is difficult. But man, Nas is my favorite rapper ever. So
okay, he in my top 5 for sure. Jay is my number 1 though. Jay and Tupac, you know what I mean, is my number 1. All right, now we're gonna get into these next 7 questions. I need you to just, you know what I mean, take as long. I ain't got shit to do, so take as long as you need to answer these questions, or as short as you need to answer these questions. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna fire the first one at you.
All right, bet.
What is the story behind the Four Horsemen? I mean that as far as the group and the story of the Four Horsemen that relates to the group and made y'all name yourselves after the Four Horsemen.
Okay, dope. So obviously we all started battling at different times. Saga was the first that really kind of pioneered being a bold Christian within battle rap. Then along came Street Hymns, and then myself and Loso started, I think, about a month apart from each other. But we was always just kind of like aware of each other, but never really created anything as far as continuity amongst each other. So as we kind of began to pop off in our own lanes and get bigger and bigger, we realized just the need to kind of continue to keep each other in prayer, to kind of share different stories back and forth and how like our lives have impacted battle rap. and we basically just got closer and closer, and then felt like that God was calling us to just something more than just battle rap group, but also just kind of holding each other accountable and like becoming, you know, good friends and ministering, as well as like doing music and different things together. So that's when we kind of decided, well, let's try to create something. Then we're all wrestling fans, so a lot of people think the Four Horsemen is as it pertains to the Bible in Revelation, but it really didn't ever have anything to do with that. Like, we were just all wrestling fans, and there was 4 of us, and that was kind of like the easiest one to go with. So yeah, you know, we decided that we were going to form this Four Horsemen group, that it was going to be bigger than battle rap, that we were going to announce it, that everything was going to be dope, we were going to do tours, and then obviously NWX caught word of it, and they decided to announce it for us, and all of a sudden you started hearing all this stuff about Saga leaving and this, that, and the third, and it kind of really put a damper on a lot of the plans that we had, because we had different videos that were created, and different images and stuff that we were releasing at certain times, and then all of a sudden, because of the back and forth between NWX and Saga, everything kind of got rolled out as it did, which kind of sucked, but ultimately we were able to still cultivate what we had and continue to push through. So
dang, that's 2 interesting facts, because I definitely thought it was I thought Four Horsemen was a biblical name. And now that you bring it back, I do remember the Four Horsemen was kind of announced at the tail end of a beef between NWX and the Saga. So that was a crazy way to start off y'all movement. But y'all strong now, though, for real. So, yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
I mean, you know Ike, right? You know Ike that does a lot of the stuff for URL, right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you know, we already had paid him and had a whole video and everything ready to come out and stuff, and like big announcement, and and then next thing you know, K-Shine and DNA and stuff felt a certain way about, I guess, the communication between Saga and them, and then it kind of got thrown under the bus, man.
Well, I mean, what would make y'all not do it because they went about it that way, though?
Well, somebody had got the picture, and somebody started posting it in all the groups, and then all of a sudden there's blogs everywhere, and it's Four Horsemen. Like, we're talking like nobody had really even like known about the idea, you know? The only people that really was like hip to it was us, and then a few people that we shared it with or whatever. And so we wanted to kind of be like you know, like a big surprise type thing. But then there was so many videos and interviews and everything was going on that we just kind of trailed back on how we released it. What we wanted to do is make people understand that it wasn't a battle rap. I mean, it's gonna be considered a battle rap group, but like Loso and myself, we're going on tour in California here in 2 weeks. You know, like we do a lot of stuff outside of battle rap. You know, so it was more, you know, just trying to brand, you know, our spoken word performances, our music, our ministering, motivational speaking, you know, whatever it may be. So.
Right, I feel you, and basically a negative cloud was cast over top of it from the beginning. I feel you. That makes sense.
Right.
Well, I appreciate it. We're gonna move on from that question. Is the Kotd title something that you're interested in?
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you're able to be considered a judged a champion, you know, like, I mean, obviously it's a judge battle. You win. There's extra monetary incentive that goes with winning the chain that you get on top of the compensation that you're able to get for the battle. The chain itself is probably worth a little money. It's pretty dope looking. You know, that's definitely a goal. Now, as it pertains to my career, the chain in the past, people have looked at like as it hinders because you're only able to battle, you know, for the chain. I think that some small changes and minor adjustments are in the process of being made there, because now with Chilla being the champ, I don't foresee Chilla only battling 2 times in 2019, just with how active he is, you know? Right. So I'm willing to bet that maybe some changes are being made, and I think that if I was to win the chain, that I would at least like to be able to say, like, yo, have complete confidence in me as your champ, and let me go around to these other leagues like RBE and different places that want to book me, and I'll wear the chain and smoke their best, you know? Because that could just bring a level of, you know, competition and a level of, like, how the outside views King of the Dot, you know? So it's definitely a goal. But I do understand why people will be like, not right now, A.Ward, because you're just creating this name for yourself. The last thing you want to do is handicap yourself to only battling twice a year, you know?
Right, makes sense. And I actually talked to Chiller yesterday, and he basically said that he feels like it's some, you know, some leg room with the leagues now. He should be able to go over to RBE, and Kotd won't have a problem with that. But speaking of other leagues, though, the big elephant in the room as far as A.Ward is concerned, are you ever going to battle on URL?
Man, I tell everybody all the time, like, I'd be remiss to say that the goal is to make sure before I end my career that I've touched that stage. It's, you know, considered the biggest stage in battle rap, has a high reputation. I have the utmost respect for the people over there. At the same time, I have to continue to do what's right for me, what's right for my brand, and I have to continue to value myself as an artist to a certain point, you know? So there have been plenty of offers, plenty of talks, plenty of different things about battling there over the last 18 months, and I just have not yet to, you know, sign for a battle and make it happen for whatever reason it may be, without putting, you know, too much of the business standpoint out there. But, you know, as long as I continue to be great, I feel like they will continue to call. At least I hope so. I hope that they look at it that way. And hopefully in the future, either you know, I'm able to put together something to where I can battle over there, or you know, we can do something with the Four Horsemen, whether it be 2-on-2s or you know, whatever it may be. We can brand something accordingly. So
yeah. That's definitely something that the people want to see. I was hoping to get, even though I'm happy with what we did get, I was hoping to get you versus Jack Boy on that band Legacy. Originally, I thought that was something that was being talked about. Yeah, man. But
that's what I was hoping too, man. So I just say, like, that's exactly what I was hoping for too. But like I said, man, it seems like you know how past they said Tay-Rock he almost fights.
Right.
Well, it seemed like me and URL, we just almost agree. You know what I mean? Like it gets there, it catches legs. It's like boom, 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 and then it's just like, oh no, see, that's where we're missing. You know, so hopefully that we can get to the point.
Or is it a compensation thing?
No, absolutely, yeah, absolutely not. You know, there's just layers of some people think that it's just, hey, they gave you a name, they said it's a PG. You know, you got to do it for free. Take the battle. That's just not what it is. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of layers of business behind it, and you know, I don't care about the PG stamp. You know, I do care about it being a formidable opponent. I'm not going to battle, you know, just anybody.
Right.
But names like, you know, Riggs, Drugs, Bricks, Brooklyn Hands. You know, like a lot of these names have been thrown to me, and I've been fine with all of those types of battlers. You know. But there's just a few different layers of the business side of it that, you know, is not, you know, really conducive to what I'm trying to do in my battle career. So
right. All right, okay, I feel you though. But we gonna move on from that. We don't want to dwell on that too much. I saw somewhere that you don't go to church. Is that true?
It's not true. I do go to church. I will say this. I travel so much now that I don't feel like I'm a part of a home church like I was for like 10 years, you know? Like now that I'm ministering and going out and I'm in different cities at least twice a month, like I'm active in my church, but I spend a lot of my time, you know, in my alone time with God, in my reading, in my accountability groups, you know. I have some Telegram accountability groups and devotional chats, and just with my small circle of friends, really sharpening myself, you know. Okay. However, if I'm in town, there is a church that me and my fiance do go to, and you know, she's a nurse, so she works the night shift. So sometimes you know, things just don't line up. But there is a church in Kansas City that we attend, but I just don't feel like I moved to Kansas City in 2005, and from 2005 to 2015. It was Rosedale Church. I was there every Sunday, Thursday, Friday night in the inner city working. You know, like I was an active part of a home church. Right. And now I feel like I've kind of lost a little bit of that. So,
right. And it's crazy because you actually answered the full question, which was basically with being so active. in such a worldly culture, which is battle rap, how do you stay focused and keep your face strong without being like led astray? You know what I mean? It's a lot of women, sex, drugs, alcohol.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of temptation.
Yeah.
How do you maintain that and continue to move on your path like that?
And that's it, you know, like I said, accountability groups, but also like I just praise God that I kind of popped off at an older age. You know, I'm 33. So
me too.
If I was like, yeah, if I was 23, 24 out here, like even though I was saved, if you can't give me a couple $1,000 and send me to another city and expect me to just love God, you know what I mean? Like I know I would have been like a knucklehead, you know, and making, and I'm not saying I'm perfect at 33, you know, there's still, like you said, all that stuff is exposed to you when you out of town, even in your inboxes and all this kind of stuff, people, you know, the way people approach you. So you really just got to stay grounded as best as possible, you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Hey, that's crazy. I thought that you was like 25, homie. I'm 33. I thought you was like 25.
Right. A lot of people think I was, and I think that whenever the business side of it comes down to it, a lot of people approach me thinking that like I'm a, you know, 24, 25-year-old, you know. I'm like, nah, I'm old, I'm grown, I got bills to pay, like, you know, like everything got to be right for me.
Stop playing with me for real, you know what I mean?
Right, you know what I mean?
I feel that. I ain't mad at that at all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the other elephant in the room, a recent development. You know I had to ask you about it, man. I see you and Dizaster going back and forward. Is that a battle that you're interested in? Do you think you're ready for that? Like, how do you feel about what's going on with Dizaster and that battle?
Yeah, definitely interested in it and definitely feel like I'm ready for it. The thing about Dizaster is Dizaster's not really an active part of battle rap. And so what he does is he tries to take advantage of the people that are an active part of battle rap and just basically insert himself into the conversation when he feels and thinks that the world should just stop and bow to him. You know what I mean? So, like, here I am. I'm booking shows. I'm booking battles. I'm talking to leagues. I'm taking deposits, and I'm actively trying to continue my brand. And then Dizaster pops up one day after saying I'm not worth his time for 8 months and says, all right, I want to battle you. You got 8 weeks. That's your deadline. And I'm like, no, never mind then. You know what I mean? So, like, cause like that's just, like I said, that's not how I run my brand. So we've gone back and forth. You know, he's obviously an incredible talent. But he's just I just feel like I personally feel like Dizaster is Dizaster. But like, have you ever heard a Dizaster song? Have you ever heard a Dizaster album? Like, Dizaster has battle rap, and he has maybe a few like acting type. I mean, even the movie he was in was battle rap. You know, so like this is his everything. And with the bridges that he's burnt with King of the Dot, it don't seem like URL is actively booking him after the Tay-Rock battle. I don't know. I mean, I'm not seeing that. His hands are really tied in what he can do because he's not going to RBE because he's not going to be in New York. You know what I mean? Yeah. So his hands are kind of tied as to what he can do with battle rap. And I think he's just so used to everybody giving him what he wants. He was really kind of thrown off by me saying, no thanks.
Right.
So, you know,
I mean,
I was loving it.
You know what I noticed about you just from this conversation? It seems like you kind of standing on whatever your belief is. You standing on it. You don't move from your point, and I can appreciate that because a battle like Dizaster, I think that would be a great look for you. I would have to say this as angry as you got this. I would have to say he gonna be coming in to kill. So you know what I mean. You might need more than 8 weeks. I feel you on that. You know what I mean. Especially with all
that's why I said, like, against Iron Solomon, bro, when he could go at the Jewish angle and stuff, he was so crazy dope. Like, whenever he's going at somebody's, like, race or faith or whatever, like, he gets that pass and he's able to be, you know, quote-unquote, racially insensitive or whatever as he wants to be, and people eat it up. So, like, he would literally try to destroy me. And I respect his talent so much that I'm like, I'm about to battle Ilmac, and then I got a battle in Toronto. I'm not about to go in there and you know, be unprepared. So if all of a sudden I'm okay and I'm worth the battle, won't you just hold off into the fall, you know, because I know he just sitting back writing bars anyway. He ain't got nothing going on. Hold off into the fall or late summer, and we can make it happen.
I think, number one, Ilmac is a great opponent, and you definitely want to focus for that battle. But number two, I think
100%.
I think just judging from Dizaster number one, I can some of the things you say I can agree with, but I think that he's one of those people. He's so impulsive that he wants to battle right now because that's where he is.
Of course.
By the fall, he might not even be half as excited. He might be on to some other thought process. I can tell he's a very impulsive person, and he like, yo, I want to do this right now, and he can't. When people are like that, they can't understand why other people aren't like that. Like, you talking shit, nigga, what's up? You know what I mean? Like, that's
right.
That's how he looks at it, and he's not understanding it. I can understand that you standing firm. Okay, I need a certain amount of time to prepare. I got Ilmac who's dangerous, this, that, and the other. But, some people can only see from their view, and they like, man, listen, you talking that shit, come see me. You know what I mean? Right. So I can see it both ways.
And we ain't even got the price yet. If I'm battling Dizaster, my price went up too. So hey, we better make sure that even after all the trash talk, that the business is right. You know what I mean?
It is a big battle, and for real, when I first seen, I said, man, A.Ward, I don't think A.Ward and Dizaster even make no sense just yet. But once I started seeing the tension, I said, oh no. This could get interesting. These are two amazing talents. You know what I mean? We got a rookie versus vet backstory. We got a religion backstory. We got a new King of the Dot face versus old King of the Dot face backstory. It's a lot of backstories, man. But we're not gonna dwell on that though. Shout out to Dizaster. I'm sure, you know what I mean? I'm sure it's just battle rap talk. So, you know what I mean, we're gonna figure that out maybe later in the year, hopefully.
Already, yep.
Outside of yourself and your crew, who would you say, just a single battler, not a group, but who would you say is the most dangerous battler in battle rap right now?
I would say most dangerous battler in battle rap right now. I would say Twerk and Danny Myers. I think Twerk and Danny Myers are probably the most dangerous too. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Danny Myers is just, he's not taking a single bar off, and he's not going to choke, and he's always high energy, and he can always engage the crowd with just his passion, whether the bars are like super, super sharp or not. And then Twerk is obviously like the best in the world, period, when he's on his A game, like the silver lining there is when you're battling Twerk, it's very possible he gives you a round, and it's very possible if your best round is on a round that's not his best round, that you could actually make it a high debatable or win the battle. So
yeah, his round placement, I think that when he does come with a light round, he purposely places his light round against his opponent's where he thinks his opponent's better round or best round is going to be. Which I definitely, what you just said definitely makes sense because it's almost in that sense like he is giving away a round. And then all you got to do is win a round and you could potentially win the battle.
Or make it look close, you know what I mean? Like,
and against somebody who does have the potential to be the best in the world, I can definitely understand what you're saying. He's definitely dangerous though. But, you know what I mean? Stop playing with it, Twerk. You know what I mean? You feel me?
Right.
All right, so this is my last question, and then, you know what I mean, if it's anything else you want to add towards the end, we'll go ahead and get into it. But my final question, A.Ward, coming from Kansas City, which is a very small place from what I understand, how did you end up getting involved in battle rap? Like, what inspired you, and how did you end up getting involved in battle rap?
Yeah. I mean, I've always been a fan of battle rap. I moved out to Kansas City to play basketball at a Bible college in 2005. And my older brother, Cannon, is the rapper of the family, but he kind of took me under his wing, so I've always been a hip-hop head and like a battle rap fan. And so when I moved out here, I started putting together albums. Like, I've dropped 4 albums, spoken word album, and signed to a label. Like I said, I'm old, man. All of that was before 2013. Okay. And then as I started to see battle rap get bigger, I always kind of wanted to dive into it, but I never really had like an outlet in Kansas City because, like you said, it's smaller, and I wasn't, at that point in my life, I wasn't about to pay to go try out in some random city, you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like that. So 2015 came around, we had a league out here to put together quality footage, quality flyers and everything. So I put like an open call out on YouTube, and they booked me. And my first battle did 75,000 views in the first week, just based off of like, Yeah, Norbs and Queens Flip, everybody calling me after my first battle. They didn't even watch the battle. They just saw the views, bro. They was like, yo, we got something.
How did that happen?
Well, I mean, I had like a pretty good following as far as the Christian hip hop community was, you know. Like I've done a bunch of stuff album wise, and so when the battle dropped, battle rap was so like they weren't used to it in Christian hip hop, and so all of the Christian hip hop websites and stuff like started, you know, sending it around saying, yo, check out this Christian, he's battling. Yeah. And so there is a huge like following from Christian hip hop with everybody was watching it, clipping it, throwing it, you know, doing like that. So it kind of went viral in the Christian hip hop industry.
Okay. That's fire. That's fire.
Yeah. So after that I told myself like, all right, well, like I said, I'm old. I'm about to be 30 when I first started. I'm like, if I'm not, you know, making some money or making progress in battle rap by the 4th or 5th battle, then I don't need another hobby, you know? I'm about to buy a house. I'm about to get engaged, you know what I mean? But, like, you know, I really feel like God had placed me in this lane, and he gave me the gift specific to battle rap. And so by the 4th or 5th battle, you know, I'm getting PG opportunities and different things like that. And it's just, like you said, when you're from Kansas City, right, you don't go to Richmond or New York or Toronto and you don't have your stuff together, you know? Like, when I tried out in Battle Franchise, like, I might have had 4 rounds memorized. I had everything perfect, you know, because I got to pay my way to get there. I got to fly. I got to get out there. Some people that are from, like, these areas where battle rap is rich, they're spoiled because they can walk out their house, jump on the subway, get to the event. If they mess up, oh, let me try again next month at the next event. You know what I mean? Like, that's not how it works in Kansas City. So I spent, like, $800 on my trip to Toronto to Battle Franchise, and I said, look, like, I'm not stumbling over a word. I'm not, you know, like, everything, you know, like, you have to get my best, you know? And that's just how I treat it, you know, treat it all the time, even now that I'm getting paid and don't have to pay, you know? It's just like, you never know when the last battle could be your last battle, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, facts. I definitely understand that. And actually, you reminded me, I don't know why I didn't write this down, but number one, I want to salute you and congratulate you on your engagement. Because and I knew about this because of you and Chiron's battle. So real quick, this is my official question. How do you feel about that battle, and specifically, how do you feel about you paid for your wedding angle off of battle rap? I didn't like that angle, but yeah, man, I love the battle. But how do you feel about the battle, and how do you feel about that angle?
Yeah, so I'll start out too with this, and I don't want to touch on it too much, but the one thing that had me mad frustrated about this Dizaster stuff was I feel like he totally took the whole narrative away from this great battle me and Chiron just had. Like, I felt like he turned everybody to talking about me and him because he wanted the attention, which I hate. You know, I want to talk about me and Chiron because we just had a great battle. The battle was great. The battle was great. London was great. The Steel Yard was great. And Chiron did very, very well. You know, what you normally get when people battle me, and I don't know, I mean, I would say a high percentage of the time when people battle me or Loso, even Saga in the beginning of his career was like people don't want to lose to the Christian dude, you know, like so they bring their best, you know. Loso got probably one of the best chef treasures you ever seen. I got probably one of the best DNAs ever on King of the Dot, and then I got the best Chiron we've seen in a long time.
Best Chiron, period, in my opinion.
Yeah. So that's a testament to him taking me serious. And it's also a testament to the league when they say, well, I'm going to book A.Ward. I know it's going to be worth it because his opponent is going to be the best too. So, you know, like that, you know, that makes sense. So anyway, the battle was great.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I think that you selling yourself short saying that it's because you guys are Christian. Y'all are dope. And niggas know if they come in there playing with y'all are going to kick their ass. That's what it is.
Yeah. I mean, I agree with that too. I feel like maybe there might be an underlining thing, like they don't want, you know, that they don't want to lose to the guy. But you're right. We are. Yeah, I mean, and I don't want to. Yeah, I know that I'm here because I'm talented. At the end of the day, and I'm not, you know. So yeah, you're right with that. So, the battle was great. I told Chilla Jones the day before I was gonna switch my second and making my first round and take my first and make it my second. And then going up to the battle, I didn't do it. And because I was just like, nah, I'm not going to change stuff this late. And I regret it now because my second round was, I feel, the best round of the battle. And I would have edged out his first. And then my first, I think, would have beat his second. I'd have been up 2-0. But I still feel like I edged the third. Like you said, the wedding angle it's not a negative, you know. It's not anything bad about that. It was funny, but like, if I'm paying for my wedding, like, like, what do you mean, bro? Like, you paying for your trips with your girlfriend with wilding out money. You know what I mean? Like, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. So yeah, I thought that angle was had humor in it, but was not effective at all. The angle about God is good, dollar signs. Now that's a dope angle.
It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah. I thought I bet on St. Mike, and St. Mike did it very well. He did it. He's like what A.Ward's known for is consumer relations, a little marketing tactic, and he brings everybody in and gets you to buy into the phase and then get you to buy T-shirts. Like the way St. Mike penned it was beautiful, but it's the same kind of angle that Chiron did, and he made it very digestible with the with the 2 Corinthians verse and the God is good dollar signs and stuff. So it was good, but I thought that him going into the wedding part, I thought that that's inevitably what lost the round for him, because my angle in my third was about how people view Chiron, but he really is like, he don't got a battle in the top 30 of King of the Dot battles when it comes to views, you know?
That was I don't know if you saw my. I'm pretty sure you see my review because it was like an hour and y'all was at the end. But exactly what you saying is exactly how I broke it down. It came down to the third. I gave him the first. I gave you the second. It came down to the third, and I believe that wedding angle kind of fell flat, whereas you came with a brand new angle because you brought that to the world's attention. None of us really paid attention. Chiron is a face of Kotd, and to not have a top 30 battle on the channel is definitely a surprise for me. When you said it, I was like, whoa.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. You know, him and Pat Stay is sitting at like 33rd, and him and Charlie Clips is like 35th or something like that, you know? So this is a lot, a lot. And what got me there was, like, I looked at him and Jims didn't crack 100,000, and him and Sirius Jones didn't crack 200,000. And a lot of people are like, King of the Dot views falling off, and they might be. But, like, I was looking at it like, dog, Chiron, like, the battles that he got, they got millions of views. The leverage is not Chiron. It's Shotgun Suge. It's Tay-Rock. He got a battle on Flip Top, the Philippines League, where everybody watches him. It's bringing in the views. And so that's kind of where I went with. And I personally think it's a lot harder for me to bring up a new angle because he's got 100 battles and everybody knows everything, than for somebody to look at me that's got 20 battles and be like, okay, here's a different way I could put a spin on, you know what I mean? So yeah, I really took that, and then I ended my round with rebuttaling him talking about my resume, and I did a dope little thing where I went down my King of the Dot battles, and so I thought that ultimately kind of clinched that round for me. So
yeah. That was a super fire battle, and I want to give a shout out to Chiron because I wanted to see you whip his ass bad, man. But this version of him actually made me rock with him. Hey, listen, I appreciate it, man. You got anything you want to add or anything you want to promote or anything for the people who click on this joint?
Hey, man, I am A.Ward.com. That's the website. You can go there, one central location, music, all my battles, all my social media hyperlinks, link to my merchandise. Real easy. I am A.Ward.com. Man, I appreciate you, bro. I pay attention to all your stuff, man. I watch your battles. You always keep it real, man, for real. So if you ever need anything, man, just let me know.
I appreciate you, A.Ward. Shout out to the Tribers. It's Battle Rap Trap. We got the streets.
All right.
I don't know why, but I am. My mama been telling me all my life. My mama say I never listen, I'm stuck on my vision. I got a mission, it pay in full, way more than this. My older brothers and couple cousins used to run kitchens. I learned the business, I went and got it, I had to get it. A couple bags turned into 4, turned into more. Money kept coming, but when it don't, that's when it go. The lights wasn't always on, the water pretty cold. Me and my brother shared shoes, we hated sharing clothes. If I wanna, I'ma do it, especially if it's cash involved. If it's in the way, then a nigga gotta move it, especially if it's cash involved. I don't give a fuck about a nigga or a bitch, I say it a lot cause I mean it shit. All the bitch get is the dick, niggas don't get knocked. I told my mom cry, things will be alright. One day she won't have to work, house paid for. My grandma died in 95, she was kinda blind. She see my every move now. For a long time I ain't had nothing, it was all in my mind. I'ma do whatever it take not to see mama cry. I be working long nights till they turns into tomorrow. So I roll fat J's just to smoke away sorrows and the pain. When it rains like prize, who to blame? No, you can't walk in my shoes, got them late. No, I don't mean to be rude, I'm just saying fuck the rules. If I'm playing, I'll say I'm a rebel.
It's 4 in the morning, I'm thinking about money. I need it, I want it, I can't even sleep.